This live broadcast of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is brought to you thanks to the support from Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Finger Lakes Construction, Red's Place, Ferrara Lumber, Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, Penny's Place Restaurant, the Seneca Falls Country Club, the Omen Theater, FingerLakes1.com, Digital Marketing, and Aflac Supplemental Insurance.
Good evening, everybody. It's postseason basketball, week 2, here on FingerLakes1.com, and we're kicking it off here at the Bomber Barn in Bloomfield, New York, site of the Class C1 semifinal matchup between the FL West champion Marcus Whitman Wildcats and the number 1 seed Northstar Christian Knights. Good evening, everybody. Jim Sinicropi sitting alongside Kevin Sharp for tonight's semifinal matchup here in Bloomfield. And Sharpie, it's a David versus Goliath matchup tonight. I think everybody that's not from Northstar Christian is probably rooting for the underdog, Marcus Whitman. A lot of controversy over the placement of Northstar in Class C1, but they're in here now. This game's about to be played. What do the Wildcats have to do, and Coach O'Connor, to make this a ball game tonight?
Well, I mean, obviously it is a David versus Goliath type of matchup tonight. But, you know, there's an old saying, they put their pants on the same way everybody else does, one leg at a time. I think Coach O'Connor will have a game plan in place. I think what they need to do is make sure they always box out. Because I've seen Northstar Christian play. They're extremely explosive. They jump. I think they have to have great court balance, limit the runouts by Northstar Christian. I also think that what they need to do is make sure that they always know where the shooters are. Everybody talks about the Brown brothers, but Matt Medeiros can really fill it up. He doesn't need much space to get it off either. So they're a very difficult team to defend. But anything can happen.
That's why they play the games. And, of course, we remember the Miracle on Ice in 1980. We remember Villanova beating Georgetown in 84. And, you know, this Whitman team knows how to win basketball games. They're back-to-back Finger Lakes West champs. They're 17-3, 15-1 in the league, and they've built a little bit of a dynasty in the Finger Lakes West, and this is a court they're familiar with too. Does that help them out?
I think it'll play into it, and plus the crowd here. It's all Marcus Whitman, it seems like. I think the crowd's really going to play a role in tonight's game.
Yeah, we're sitting in the corner at the end of the Whitman bench. This is a really unique gymnasium here with bleachers on the baseline of the side that we're calling the game from. So right behind us, we got the Marcus Whitman student section, so it should be pretty loud. And then across the way, the bleachers are just packed full of fans here, as there's nothing better than the semifinal round in high school basketball. So we got the national anthem, so hang tight. So now we're just about ready for basketball as the teams cross midcourt and shake hands. Marcus Whitman, coached by Greg O'Connor, and Northstar Christian, Sharpie, coached by J.J. Garwood. You matched up against him in the 90s on your way to the state championship with Clyde.
Yeah, when I was coaching at Clyde Savannah, J.J. Garwood was a shooter for Keshequa. We ended up beating them in the finals, so a little familiar with them. Lineups here.
Yeah, we got starting lineups now. They'll probably alternate, right? Sectionals, one team at a time.
Usually
so
do.
for Marcus Whitman, it's going to be Ben Stone, the 6'2 senior. John Donovan, 5'9 point guard, just a junior still. It'll be Liam Prendergrass, a sophomore at 6'4", bringing some size to the Wildcat roster. It'll be Seth Benedict, the 5'10 sophomore, and Riley McLeod, a 5'11 senior who made that game winner against Leroy in the quarterfinals that brought Marcus Whitman this far into the semifinals. And two other names to keep an eye out for Marcus Whitman, Aiden Royston and Ryan Harrod, a couple of freshmen up from JVs that are going to see extended minutes tonight. And the future for Marcus Whitman basketball is certainly bright.
Absolutely, and it seems like it's always bright because Coach O'Connor's got a great program over here. I know he's very involved with youth programs. I see him at a lot of AAU tournaments playing with his kids. So that's what you do. You build it from the floor up, and it looks like he's doing that. So
for Northstar Christian, it'll be Michael Brown, 5'9 sophomore, along with his brother, the 2,000-point scorer Miles Brown at 6'1". Also a junior, Daniel Pickett, 6'1 senior, Trey Roberts, a 5'9 senior, and Matthew Medeiros, a kid who can really shoot it at 6 foot. He's a senior as well. Marcus Whitman is a higher seed, wearing their road blues with yellow lettering, and Northstar Christian in their home whites with black lettering and red. We've got the Marcus Whitman Wildcat just to our right here. He looks ready to go. Always great to see the mascot in the gymnasium, and it is filling to capacity. Not much room. Still folks coming in. This is a popular site for semifinal games and sectionals here. I want to thank AD John Maston and also Bloomfield head coach, boys head coach, for the great accommodations. He always treats us well when we come over here to the Bomber Barn. And boy, the fans are pumped, starting a little stomp and clap here as we're set for the tip. Ball's in the air, and it's time for basketball. Northstar controls the tip, and they throw it out of bounds. Much to the delight of the Whitman fans, it'll be Marcus Whitman ball. They'll also get the first jump ball after Northstar turns it over. So Whitman's going to be working away from us in this first half. Northstar will be coming at us. Referees for tonight's ball game, 3 board 60 guys, Matt Miller, Joe B. Knapp, and Harold Drumgool.
Yeah, you'll see these guys on the finals as well. They're very, very veteran crew here tonight.
So Donovan inbounds it to McLeod, passes it far side to Benedict, who swings it back to Donovan, dribbling top of the key, guarded man-to-man by Michael Brown. They try to get it inside. They throw it away. It'll be Northstar Christian basketball.
Very good pressure up top by Northstar. I don't think that Whitman's obviously hasn't seen this kind of quickness this year.
Talked to Coach O'Connor. He planned on starting in man-to-man, and he sure did. And, boy, there goes Michael Brown right by Pendergrass to the hoop, and we have a foul. Looks like they're going to
21.
Yeah, it's going to be on Liam Prendergrass, his first. Northstar's quickness on display with that drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
He exploded to the rim, surprised everybody. First free throw, back iron, no good.
Going to have to keep him off the boards here.
Shooting right into that Marcus Whitman student section. He makes the second, and it's 1-0 Northstar Christian. Coming the other way now, McLeod gets it to Ben Stone, who pulls up from about 10 feet, misses. Rebounded by Miles Brown, who now controls, bringing it across midcourt in the big white Bloomfield B. Now he tries to split the top and does, and gets the bucket to roll. About a 8-foot runner. It's 3-0.
He showed his strength there. Pretty good defense. Got a hand on the ball. He just muscled it up just past him.
Donovan now to Benedict. Outside to McLeod. McLeod tries a 3-ball. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Northstar. They get it up ahead to Miles Brown. Now quickly in the corner to Medeiros. Pump fake. Drives baseline. Back out top for Trey Roberts. Roberts spins. And he travels. So 3-0, 6:50 gone by. Northstar Christian leads Marcus Whitman. A bit of a villain here in Class 2, C1, A lot of people thought that they should be classified in at least Class B after winning 4 straight sectional titles. And quickly inside to Donovan, misses the layup from the block. They get their own rebound, kick it back out to McLeod, and he throws it away.
That time I think Donovan rushed it a little bit. I think he was expecting a little more pressure than what he got. So that's unfortunate.
So North Stars won 3 years ago the D1 title, then won a C2 title. Last year beat Gananda for the C1 title, and now again in C1 was a source of extreme controversy for the placement committee in Section 5. Medeiros now open in the corner for 3. Air ball rebounded by McLeod. He's dribbling up the court with the left hand. Tries a bounce pass in the corner to Donovan. He lets a 3 ball go. No, too hard. Rebounded by Stone, but wrestled away
By
Medeiros. So into the hands of Michael Brown. Michael Brown gets it back to Medeiros, top of the key. They play catch back to Brown. He pulls it back out. Benedict guarding him. He tries to go by him. Out to Medeiros. 3 ball on the way. Excuse me, that's Daniel Pickett. 3, no good. Rebounded by Benedict for Marcus Whitman.
Coach O'Connor's got to like the pace of this right now. They've been able to limit him to only 3 points here.
Almost turned over, but picked
Nice
up
pass.
by McLeod. In entry pass to Penderglass, or to Pickett, blocked. And it'll be Northstar Christian coming the other way. Miles Brown with it. The 2,000-point scorer between the legs tries to go by Donovan and does. And we got a foul at the foul line. And it looks like they're going to give it to
Got Donovan.
So that'll be Donovan's first, team second for Whitman.
Explosive. Just very explosive right by Donovan.
And off the entry pass, it's Miles Brown missing the layup, and on the ground as Medeiros gets it back to Brown, who scores after Medeiros stripped it from Whitman. And now it is 5-0, 5:18 to go, first period. Donovan with the basketball. Leaves it for Benedict. Dribbling across the top of the key with the left hand. Picks up his dribble and throws it out of bounds. So Whitman a little flustered on offense. Really playing pretty good defense, though.
I think so, yeah. I think that's 4 turnovers so far. Really unforced. A missed layup. I just got to settle down a little bit and let the game come to them.
This Whitman crowd wants to get into this one. The bench to Marcus Whitman trying to get him fired up. Miles Brown guarded by Donovan, dribbles by him, and now it's Michael Brown leaving it back for Miles for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. McLeod with a big rebound. And now he's dribbling up the left side of the court, back to the middle. Scoop pass underneath to Pendergrass, and his little right hand hook is in. Excuse me, that's Ben Stone with the finish, 5-2. Miles Brown into the middle of the paint, gets it out to brother Michael. And it looks like Whitman in a 2-3 zone now. I know they're playing man-to-man, aren't they? Yeah.
Just very conscious of being helped on the weak side.
And Trey Roberts tried to take it to Seth Benedict and ended up traveling. Ball back to North.
There's 2 travels on Roberts so far.
Whitman basketball. So here comes Donovan up the right side of the court in front of the bleachers. Packed bleachers. Inside now to Pendergrass. Leaves it for Stone along the baseline. Back out to Donovan. Up top to McLeod. A couple dribbles to the foul line. And we've got a foul.
It's got Miles Brown.
So first team foul on Northstar.
I like the look in Whitman's eye right now. They're not backing down at all. They're going right at him.
Entry pass to Pendergrass now into the corner. McLeod lets a 3-ball go way too hard. Rebounded by Stone, though. 1 dribble out to Donovan. Donovan guarded man-to-man by Michael Brown. Skips it over to Benedict. McLeod now to Donovan, cutting to the block. Up off the glass. Are they going to count it? Nope. Looks like they got to travel.
Stepped out of it.
Stepped out of bounds.
I believe
okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so another Whitman turnover. 5-2 your score. 3:51 to go here, first period.
Whitman's doing a really good job in their help side defense right now. They're really sloughing in the lane. You got to be careful, Medeiros, though.
Michael Brown leaves it for Medeiros. Medeiros picks up his dribble, guarded by Stone. Over to Michael Brown on the far side. Now he kicks it to Medeiros on the wing. 3-pointer no good. Ball tipped around, and Benedict grabs it. Pushes it way up ahead to McLeod. McLeod takes it to Medeiros. Left-handed layup's good. 5-4, Northstar leads. And we got a timeout on the floor.
What you got?
Maybe not a timeout. We got a whistle.
Yeah, I think the ball. I think they gave Whitman a warning for touching the ball. I couldn't really see it. Once the ball goes to the basket, the team that scores the basket is supposed to leave it alone.
Yeah. Not a great vantage point for me and my broadcast partner, Kevin Sharp, here along the far baseline at the Bomber Barn. Right now, play is at our end. Northstar with the basketball. Miles Brown working off a pick.
Good defense
from Daniel Pickett. Finds Medeiros in the corner. He misses another three.
It's slow for three.
And it's rebounded by McLeod. John Donovan with the basketball now. Bounce pass to the block.
Nice play.
To Pendergrass, but he misses the right-hand hook. Rebounded by Medeiros, handed off to Miles Brown. Here comes Miles Brown. Bounce pass to Trey Roberts. And Roberts traveled again. That's his third travel.
Third travel. He just brought in Garwood to replace him.
And that's the coach's son, Ryan Garwood.
I believe he's an 8th grader.
Yeah, he is an 8th grader. 5'7", just in 8th grade here. You can tell he looks a little younger out there wearing number 11. He's got the full-length white tights on underneath the shorts. And almost a turnover there as McLeod finds Donovan for three. That was for the lead, no good. Rebound controlled by Garwood, the smallest player on the court. And now he gets it to Michael Brown. Michael to his brother Miles. Top of the key. Drives.
Turnover.
Stripped away by McLeod. Here comes McLeod down the middle of the court. Right-hander off the glass is good. Marcus Whitman leads with 2:10 left to go in the first period. So 4 points for Riley McLeod, 6-5 your score. We got a foul.
It's called on McLeod.
On McLeod. That will be McLeod's first. That'll be the third team foul on Whitman. And if you're a Marcus Whitman fan, you got to feel good about the way these boys have come to play.
Absolutely.
Not intimidated. As Donovan right up on Miles Brown. Of course, he goes right by him. Looks like he may have traveled. Now
two travels right there.
Yep. Bounce pass to Daniel Pickett, and he traveled on the block. So Whitman forcing a lot of turnovers. Now we got some full court pressure from the Knights.
If you want to call it that. They're very lackadaisical with it.
And they break it. And it's a basket by Aiden Royston, the freshman, off a pass from Seth Benedict. Medeiros in the corner for three. Misses again. Rebounded by McLeod. Pushing it the other way. Whitman up three. Here comes McLeod. Pulls up from the foul line extended. No good. Rebounded, though, by Whitman. It's Pendergrass dribbling it out. Ball in the corner. Trap. And Royston dribbles out, but not before Marcus Whitman head coach Greg O'Connor calls a timeout, and Whitman up three, 1:29 to go here in the first period. Couldn't ask for a much better start from these kids.
Absolutely. I love the look in their eye. It's totally different than what Northstar's got. Northstar's just going through the motions. They're not running the floor offensively or defensively, and Whitman's taking advantage of it. You know, Whitman's missed two or three layups. It could be a 6-7 point game right now.
And I asked Coach O'Connor before the game, I said, what do you think? You know, what are you going to do? You guys are obviously underdogs. This is a tough matchup. What's your plan? He says, we're just going to play. He said, my kids believe.
Yep.
And you can tell by looking at them, they do believe. They're not intimidated.
Absolutely. They believe because he believes.
Right.
Teams take their lead from their coach, and I'm sure he's been preaching all week that we can do this, and the kids have bought into it, and guess what? They're doing it right now.
8-5 the score here. 1:29 to go in the first period. Jim Sinicropi, Kevin Sharp for FingerLakes1.com. Our first of what could be up to 14 or 15 games this week. As we got a turnover off the inbound. Pendergrass, after receiving the inbound, tried to bounce pass, turned it over. Here comes Michael Brown the other way. Leaves it in the corner for the freshman Garwood. Now back to Miles Brown. Step back jumper from the foul line. Gets the roll.
Got away with the travel there.
And so Miles Brown with 6 of Northstar's 7. Long pass way up ahead. Great attempt to catch it by Pendergrass. And we got a foul. And it looks like it's going to go against Pendergrass, trying to go for the loose ball after it bounced off his hand. It looked like he got grabbed, though. He has some white. He has something on his jersey. Some white powder or something on his jersey. So a lot of turnovers on both sides here early. As it's 8-7, Whitman leads. Michael Brown tries to drive past Royston, and Royston fouled him.
Yeah. Coach O'Connor's pleading with him to get in front. Sometimes that's easier said than done. You know, it's a freshman going against one of the better players in Rochester.
And so now Pendergrass checks out of the ball game. And Ben Stone back in. So it's Benedict, Royston, Donovan, Stone, and McLeod for Whitman. As Michael Brown looks to penetrate. Kicks it to the corner. Jump shot from about 10 feet from Matt Williams into the ball game. No good. And it's controlled by Whitman. So 43 seconds to go, about a 12-second differential between the shot and game clock here in the first quarter. And McLeod finds Benedict on the cut, misses a foul line jumper, gets his own rebound out to Donovan, open for three. Bang. Yes! Whitman by 4, 25 seconds to go. Miles Brown tries to drive through the basket, goes out of bounds, but we got another foul. And fouls could become an issue here for Whitman because every time they try to keep these kids in front of them, it's a difficult task, and that's the second foul on Seth Benedict. And the 16th foul this quarter on Whitman. As we get another freshman, Ryan Harrod, checking into the ball game. He's guarding the ball on the inbounds pass. And Northstar can hold for one. Garwood with it. Gets it to Medeiros. Medeiros hands it off to Miles Brown. Now into the corner for a three from Medeiros. And he answers Donovan with a three of his own, his first of the game, 11-10. Whitman leads 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Donovan with it. Crossover, 1 second. And he tries to pass it inside, but the clock runs out. And at the end of one period of play here in Bloomfield, the Marcus Whitman Wildcats believe. They lead 11-10. You're going to want to stay with us here. Section 5 postseason basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? The private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each patient through their orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances in the orthodontic industry, including digital scanning and Invisalign. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com. Bill Cram Chevrolet on Route 5 and 20 between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, where your car buying is fast, fun, and easy. Mention you saw them on FingerLakes1.com and receive a $250 credit to use towards the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Browse their inventory at BillCramChevrolet.com or stop in and see why you'll save plenty on 5 and 20 with Bill Cram Chevrolet.
First or second quarter action underway. Jim Sinicropi, Kevin Sharp. Glad you could join us. Donovan lets a three ball go from the corner to get things started here in the second period. It's off the rim and out of bounds, and it'll be Northstar basketball. So 7:46 to go. Whitman leads Northstar 11-10. Whitman the 5 seed. Northstar the heavy favorite is the 1 seed. Here comes Michael Brown, number 1, dribbling up the court. He's guarded by the freshman Aiden Royston right now. And he gets it into the paint to his brother, but it's blocked by McLeod. Medeiros gets the rebound, thought about a three, pump fakes, drives, and leaves it off as a finger roll attempt. Bounces off the back rim from Matt Williams. And Michael Brown with a rebound. Then he fell over, traveled. He's talking to referee Matt Miller. That would be Joby Knapp. Yep. Disagrees with the call. Now Donovan to inbound against full court man-to-man pressure. Michael Brown's on Riley McLeod. And actually that's not man-to-man, but they break it. McLeod spins in the paint. Can't get the roll. Rebounded by... and stripped away by McLeod, and then puts it up and good, and he's fouled.
Oh, that's a big, huge play by McLeod. McLeod's really impressed me tonight so far. His overall game, he's able to get the rebound and lead the break, push it up the floor.
Finish in traffic. He's been the best finisher tonight with 6 points. A soft touch off the rim. He stripped the ball there from the rebounder, Williams misses a free throw, though. 13-10, 7:09 to go. Wildcats lead. Miles Brown, guarded by John Donovan, drives by, kicks it out to Michael Brown, tries a three, too hard off the back iron, rebounded by McLeod. McLeod is just owning the boards for the Wildcats. He dribbles by two Northstar Knights defenders, but then loses it and then commits a foul.
That's too bad.
Just a little bit out of control there.
Whitman changed up their defense to a 2-3 that time. I think it's a good move. It's 1-1 already.
Yeah, that's a 17th foul, also the second on. Actually, they only have one up there for McLeod. I have him for two, so just one foul on Riley McLeod. So it'll be the senior Matt Williams heading to the free throw line. Again, shooting right into that Marcus Whitman student section and the Wildcat mascot. Free throw up, no good. Great box out by the freshman Royston. Boxed out the shooter, got the rebound, hands it off to Donovan. Whitman by three, 6:46 to go. Donovan dribbles with the right hand. Picks up his dribble and kicks it up top to McLeod. McLeod looks to drive. Inside out with Stone, now into the corner to Royston. And out top to Ryan Harrod, the other freshman. Gets it to Royston. Two freshmen playing catch. Royston travels, though, on the drive.
I've seen more travels called tonight than I have all year, I think.
That time it was Harold Drumgoole with the call. I asked Matt Miller if he likes the third referee. I asked if he likes the three-man booth. He says yes. Told me he likes it. Guess it takes a little pressure off him on these high-profile games. And here comes Miles Brown. May have traveled, but instead lays it off the glass with the left hand.
That's absolutely a travel.
And Donovan may have lost it. Miles Brown dives for it, though, and they got a foul on Miles Brown. That'll be the second on Miles Brown. So Whitman leads 13-12, 6:08 to go in the first half. It'll be Whitman basketball against more full-court pressure. They're going to leave Miles Brown in with those two fouls.
My first impression right here of Northstar right now is that they've been reading their press clippings too much. It looks like they can just come out here. They think they can just come out here and just do whatever they want to do and just walk through it and get it done. And it's
game in. Northstar back on top, 14-13. Donovan with the basketball, double teamed on the sideline. Gets it to Ben Stone. Bounce pass to Royston. Now Donovan looks to drive, leaves it for Stone. Out top to McLeod. McLeod, foul line extended, picks up his dribble. Backdoor cut from the other freshman, Harrod. Left-handed floater is in.
Great finish by a freshman.
And Whitman back on top, 15-14. Quickly the other way, Michael Brown kicks it out. And it's fumbled around by Roberts. Now Roberts takes it to the hole. Offensive foul. No, they got a blocking foul on the freshman, Royston.
I'm really impressed with the two freshmen tonight. Big atmosphere like this, they're not backing down at all.
And these are freshmen who were on the JV team all year, just called up.
Wow.
So they haven't been on the varsity team. As the foul on Royston is his second. More free throws coming. Trey Roberts lets it go. Short, no good. It's a two-shot foul, though.
Yep.
So he missed the front end.
I think that's two he's missed so far.
Roberts back to the free throw line. No rebounders on the lane for Northstar. He misses the second one. Rebounded by Harrod. Donovan with it. Right side to Harrod. Harrod to McLeod into the corner. Donovan tries a jump shot, too hard. Stone tries to keep it alive. It's rebounded by Michael Brown. He looks to push. Donovan may have fouled him. He goes straight to the basket. Tries to kick it out to Medeiros. Pump fake. Now a three on the way from Royston. Or Roberts, excuse me. No good. Air ball out of bounds to Whitman.
It's a guy you want to shoot, I believe.
So now with 4:40 to go, Whitman leads 15-14. And it's Donovan with the basketball. Skips it over to the freshman Royston. Gets it into the corner to the other freshman. Back to McLeod for three. It's too hard. Rebounded by Northstar. They get it in the hands of Michael Brown. He dribbles across midcourt, looking to go straight to the basket. He does. Lets it go. Gets the roll. So Michael Brown gives Northstar the lead back at 16-15. Here comes Donovan. Kicks it to the corner. It's the one freshman to another. Royston to Harrod. Harrod drives. He's fouled and gets the finish with the left hand off the glass.
Wow.
Are you kidding me with these two freshmen?
Wow. Coming of age moment for the two freshmen from Marcus Whitman.
So 4 points for Royston gives Whitman the lead back 17-16. He'll head to the free throw line to complete the traditional three-point play. Free throw up, and the freshman knocks it down.
Definitely going to keep my eye on those two kids coming up.
Whitman leads by 2. 18-16, 3:58 to go. Brown into the corner. Medeiros open for three. In and out. Rebounded by Harrod. Harrod gets it to Donovan. Donovan. Ball tapped away from behind by Miles Brown. He has to be careful with those two fouls. Out of bounds on the baseline. And it will be Whitman inbounding in front of Craig the Spazman Simmons. Calling the game for Chosen Spot Radio. And it's McLeod way up top to Royston, who leaves it off for the other freshman, Ryan Harrod. Gets it to Donovan. Donovan with the left hand, dribbling across the top of the key to Stone. Over to right foul line extended to McLeod. Gets it back to Harrod. He spins.
Pass.
Great pass on the baseline to Royston, who misses the shot. Air ball. And it's rebounded by Northstar coming the other way quickly as Miles Brown, and McLeod fouled him. That'll be 2 on McLeod. McLeod wasn't going to let him get to the rim. A lot of contact there.
That was good hustle. You know, in that kind of situation, you kind of want to. Means more to the team than those 2 points.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be on the floor the way he's rebounding and converting some shots.
Miles Brown to the free throw line. First one's up, and it's good. And you don't score 2,000 points as a junior without being a good free throw shooter.
Very explosive. Great shooter.
So 9 points for Miles Brown. This shot will tie it. In and out. Rebounded by Hunter Camiso into the game for Marcus Whitman. Gets it to Ryan Harrod. Down low to Stone. Inside out. Now it's back up top. Harrod tries a left-handed three ball. No good off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Brown. Coming the other way is Brown. Finds Medeiros into the corner for the freshman Garwood. Now back up top to Michael Brown. Brown dribbles. Out to Medeiros for three on the wing, and he hits it. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
That's his second three of the game. And it's 20-18 now. Northstar back on top with 2:39 to go here in the first half. And a long pass to the corner, almost picked off by Medeiros. It's out of bounds, waiting for the call. They're going to talk about it. It's going to be Northstar basketball. So a little sloppy there. Inbound to Michael Brown, guarded by Donovan. Tries to go by him. Now steps back from the foul line and hits.
That's so tough.
Great defense by Donovan.
Yeah.
Not much you can do.
You have to stay in front of him.
4-point Northstar lead. Bounce pass inside for Ben Stone, who converts on the left block. 2-point lead. Quickly the other way. Miles Brown.
Wow.
Got up and down the court in about 4 seconds and laid it in. He's having a big first half. Donovan now with the basketball spins. And he finds Camiso with an alley-oop on the block, who misses the layup. Rebounded by Northstar. It's Michael Brown with it. Michael Brown, left-hander, floater off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Donovan. 1:48 to go. The Wildcats trail by 4. And into the corner, and entry pass to Camiso. He misses another one, but he's fouled.
Northstar's just doing a horrible job in their transition defense. Whitman's taking advantage of it. They've had 3 or 4 shots that they probably should have made, but this time they get a foul.
First foul on Matthew Medeiros, just the 15th foul on the Knights, as the first free throw off the glass and in by Hunter Camiso. Cuts that lead down to 3 with 1:40 to go. Second free throw. Back iron, no good, and we got a foul underneath. Who's it going to be on?
What called? 13? No.
Did they get McLeod? I know McLeod's out of the game.
33.
That'll be on the freshman Ryan Harrod. So into the game now for Whitman. It's John Donovan. It's the freshman Aiden Royston. The other freshman Ryan Harrod. It's Ben Stone. And it's Hunter Camiso. McLeod sits with 2 fouls. And to the free throw line, it's Daniel Pickett. First free throw, good. Lead back to 4. Biggest lead of the game for Northstar was right off the bat, 5 points. They can match it here with a second free throw from Pickett, and they do. Timeout on the court. I think that was Coach Garwood wanted a 30-second timeout. So is this a case where Whitman kind of weathered the storm and now Northstar's going to take over, or is Whitman going to be able to stay with them here before they head into halftime?
Whitman has to do an excellent job closing this quarter out because they cannot allow Northstar to go on a huge run here to end the half. Then it could be over coming out. Just the mental frame of mind going into halftime. Close this quarter out, going no worse than we are right now, and they'll be all set. They'll be okay. But the thing that impresses me is Northstar is so quick. Whitman made a basket at one end. Miles Brown is down here, like you said, in about 4 seconds. Teams are vulnerable after they make a basket. Sometimes they don't hustle back, and Miles Brown took advantage of it.
And one thing working for Whitman is 2 fouls on Miles Brown. He's still in the ball game. We'll see if he can avoid picking up the third here before halftime. Whitman basketball. It's Harrod with it. Dribbling with the left hand, guarded by the freshman Garwood. Up top now to Aiden Royston. Back to Harrod. Harrod looking to work against the freshman Garwood. Now it's Donovan with the basketball, guarded by, looks like he switched off from Garwood's on him. Into Ben Stone. Stone to the left side for a 3-ball. Too hard by Harrod, but rebounded by Royston. Kicks it over and out to Donovan, who holds it. 31 seconds to shoot, fresh shot clock. And we got a foul as Donovan drove into the lane. Let's see who they got.
It's on Pickett.
So Daniel Pickett picks up his first foul. That's a 16th foul on the Northstar Christian Knights. And Donovan will inbound his own basket here with 1:02 to go and a fresh shot clock. Entry pass thrown away. Here comes Miles Brown. Gets it to Medeiros. Tried to rush the scoop shot. No good. Rebounded by Whitman. Coming the other way are the Wildcats. Skipping it across to Harrod. Leaves it for Camiso. Runner, no good. Fights to keep his rebound alive. Can't do it. It's Miles Brown. Now Miles Brown dribbling with the left hand as he goes straight to the hole, but stripped. Saved into the corner for Medeiros. 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Donovan. 33 seconds. Donovan looks to push. He loses it off his foot, gets it back in the corner. Now lets a 3-ball go. No, it's no good. Rebounded by Medeiros. Nobody got back except, wow. Nobody got back except for Ryan Harrod, who stripped Medeiros on the layup. It went off Medeiros' leg and out of bounds.
What a play by a freshman, huh?
Yeah. I tell you, last time we saw Whitman in the regular season, we didn't see these two freshmen, Harrod and Royston. They're playing a huge part tonight, but Whitman still trails by 5. 9 seconds left. Donovan with the basketball. Leaves it for Harrod. Ben Stone now with it with 4 seconds, 3 seconds into the corner. Runner, too late, but could have been a foul. Nope, that's the end of the first half. So, boy, it's been a good one here at the Bomber Barn in Bloomfield. Your halftime score, Northstar Christian 26, Marcus Whitman 21. We'll be right back with the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report on FingerLakes1.com.
FingerLakes1.com's live coverage of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is brought to you thanks to the support from Finger Lakes Partners. Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community. With offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor, visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Ferrara Lumber has been a fixture in the Seneca Falls area for almost 60 years. Start planning your next home improvement project at ferraralumber.com. Ferrara Lumber, supporting local high school athletes since 1959. Finger Lakes Construction Company is the #1 post-frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal, equestrian, agricultural, dairy facilities, pole barns, and more. Visit them online at fingerlakesconstruction.com. The It's a Wonderful Run 5K Committee. It's a winter run like no other. Check out race videos, sign up for the next race, and learn how to get involved in the most popular holiday run around at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily specials, soup, and the best sandwiches in town. Check out their Facebook page for daily specials and their full menu. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. You'll love relaxing in the modern, renovated theater that has the old-fashioned charm and character of the original house, first opened in 1915. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. Fed up with unresponsive web designers and getting nickeled and dimed for every small website update? Call FingerLakes1.com at 315-712-0104 and take control of your web presence. Since 1998, FingerLakes1.com has created and maintained nearly 1,000 websites for local businesses and organizations of all sizes. Aflac. When health changes for you or a loved one, it can change everything. But Aflac can help make sure the life you live is the life you never stop living. Learn more at aflac.com or contact Joe Calarco at 315-253-0495. And by Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, and Bill Cram Chevrolet.
And welcome back inside the Bomber Barn in Bloomfield, site of the first of many semifinal games here on FingerLakes1.com. This week it's the Class C1 semifinal, first half of a doubleheader. We won't have the second half, but the winner of tonight's Northstar Whitman game will face, actually this is not a C1 doubleheader, the C2 game is next. It's going to be Perry and C.G. Finney. The winner of that game would face the winner of Lyons and Cuba Rushford, which is about to tip in about 20 minutes at Bath Haverling. You can listen to that game on WACK, or they also stream it from their website. But I think you're going to want to keep it here because what we thought may be a game with a 30 or 40-point spread is a 5-point game at halftime. And these kids from Marcus Whitman, the Finger Lakes West champs, have been tough, and it's been a couple of freshmen that have been doing the damage.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Marcus Whitman's freshmen. I mean, this is a crowd that's rivals any I've been in so far in Section 5. I mean, this place is packed. It's loud in here. Just a great atmosphere, and the freshmen have come out who've played JV all year and haven't blinked. They have not been afraid one bit. That's one thing that sticks out to me. The other thing that sticks out to me is, Northstar Christian by far has more talent, more athletic ability than what Marcus Whitman has. And it just seems to me like they're going through the motions. I've seen a couple defensive plays or sets where they've got their hands on their hips, just walking through things. And Marcus Whitman's taking full advantage of it. And I really like how they've responded. The last minute 40, the score was 26-21. Whitman didn't score, but they didn't give up any points either. So going into halftime, I think they got to feel very, very good about themselves and their position where they're at right now.
Seems like a lot of Whitman's turnovers, too, have been unforced. They've been making some long passes. It seems if they can take a little better care of the ball maybe in the second half, that might help. And Matthew Medeiros for Northstar with just 2 3-pointers. He probably tried about 8. So
I think 7 anyway.
Yeah, so he's not really shooting the clip he normally does. That's helped. Miles Brown with 2 fouls, but on the other side, Riley McLeod has 2 fouls for Marcus Whitman. And McLeod really, you can tell, is their best answer.
Yeah, I like him. I mean, he goes at it after it hard. I'm not sure if he plays football or not, but he's a hard-nosed kid who, like Whitman, none of the kids are backing down. I really think that they've believed they're drinking what the Kool-Aid that Coach O'Connor is serving them. I mean, I'm really impressed with how they've come out here. And so we're not just going to roll over and give it to you. You're going to have to take it from us. And hats off to them.
Let me run down the first half scoring for you. Whitman held an 11-10 lead after the first quarter. They were outscored by Northstar 16-10 in the second. They now hold a 26-21 advantage over the Wildcats. For Marcus Whitman, it was Riley McLeod with 6 points. Aiden Royston, the freshman, with 5. Ryan Harrod with 3, all on a conventional three-point play with a free throw. Ben Stone with 4, and John Donovan with 1 3-pointer. For Northstar Christian, it's Miles Brown leading the way with 13 points. He had 6 in the first and 7 in the second. Matthew Medeiros, a pair of 3-pointers for 6. Miles' brother Michael Brown with 3. And Daniel Pickett and Trey Roberts with 2 apiece. They have 26. And Northstar Christian defeated the 16 seed North Rose Wolcott 89-24. In the quarterfinals, they defeated the 8 seed East Rochester, another Wayne County team, 99-69. Earlier this season, they beat Clyde Savannah by 30.
Yep.
So all indications were that they were going to really take it to Whitman today. And, we were thinking that maybe a 1 in 100 type situation, but Whitman has really kept this high-powered offense in check with some pretty good defense.
Absolutely, they're getting back on defense. They're limiting the transition buckets. It's helped that Medeiros is 2 for. He's had some open looks. He's only knocked down a couple, but they're doing a great job staying in front of the ball handlers as best they can because the quickness. Miles Brown's going to be a Division I basketball player.
Yeah,
and he's out here playing against the Finger Lakes West team, and they're doing a really good job on him. I'm very impressed with how Marcus Whitman's playing tonight.
So Whitman's road here to the semis started with a 55-32 win over Williamson. So really it's been a lot of Wayne County teams falling here in Class C1. And then the 4 seed Leroy on the road fell after Riley McLeod hit a game-winning 3-pointer at the buzzer, 54-53. The winner tonight will face the winner of number 2 seed Pembroke and number 6 Avon. And, of course, Pembroke undefeated in a 2 seed.
Right. They played Gananda. Pembroke beat Gananda last, I think it was Friday night. From what I understand, Gananda jumped out to a 17-2 lead against them.
Wow.
And they just kept chipping away. I guess pretty big discrepancy in fouls. And they made their foul shots and ended up, winning by 7 or 9, something like that. But
so that Pembroke-Avon game is at Warsaw High School at 7 o'clock, so about 15 minutes away from tip there for that one. Northstar Christian Knights at 21-1. Their only loss this year against Middle Early College out of Section 6 in Buffalo, and that's the team that Lions beat in Damon Hunter's senior year on their way to the state Final Four, and that's a very good basketball team, great program.
Right.
Other than that, Northstar's been perfect. And here we got the Finger Lakes West champs, Marcus Whitman, in a Finger Lakes West gym tonight in Bloomfield, just trailing by 5 in a low-scoring affair.
Yeah, I saw Middle Early College play last year, and they were extremely explosive. So, Northstar goes out, and they can schedule whoever they want. They're an independent, and they're no league affiliation, so they schedule some pretty tough teams.
We're about ready for the second half as both teams now huddling, and this gym is just packed to capacity. And we're going to be at the Blue Cross Arena and Rush Henrietta for the girls this weekend for the championships, and those are great atmospheres in their own right. But there is nothing like these semifinal doubleheader games.
Absolutely.
In the high school gymnasiums, it's just great.
Yep.
And you can just feel the electricity. And the fact that Whitman's been able to stick with Northstar has really energized this crowd. And I think if they can just put a little run on here early in the third, this crowd's going to explode, and we're going to have a basketball game.
Two very important things in my eyes are closing out quarters and starting quarters. So I think they really have to start the quarter strong here.
So it looks like starters on the court for Northstar and starters on the court for Whitman as Northstar starts with the basketball, now heading away from us here as we're at the far end of the Bomber Barn in front of the bleachers, and we got a foul on a drive by Northstar.
Donovan.
And they got Donovan with his second foul. So 2 fouls for John Donovan, 2 for Aiden Royston, 2 for Seth Benedict, and 2 for Riley McLeod. Inbounding now underneath their own basket. They get it to Roberts. He leaves it for Brown, who hangs in there. He's fouled. No, it's an offensive foul. It was Liam Pendergrass who drew it.
Great play by Pendergrass.
And that is the third foul on Miles Brown.
It's huge because now it might limit Miles Brown how he goes to the basket.
So now here comes Whitman with the basketball. It's Riley McLeod, top of the key, guarded by Michael Brown. Between the legs with the left hand into the paint. Up and over Medeiros. Good, and he's fouled. Second foul on Matthew Medeiros. And great job by McLeod getting into the lane and then not afraid to shoot it over Medeiros and take the contact and finish.
Able to finish in traffic through contact.
8 points for McLeod. Free throw makes it 9. We're back down to 2-point ball game, 26-24, 7:23 to go here in the third period. It's Michael Brown with the basketball now, dribbling with the left hand between the legs, leaves it in the corner. And now back up top to Roberts. Dribbles and gives it back to Michael Brown. Foul line extended on the left side. With the right hand, dribbles, picks it up into the corner. Three-pointer on the way, and good for Roberts. He wanted the foul, too. Tough shot for Roberts. Lead back up to 5. 6:54 to go in the third. McLeod with the ball right in front of us here in the corner. Bounce pass in to Benedict. He turns and shoots. Can't get the roll. Rebounded by Medeiros. Gets it to Michael Brown. Michael Brown looking to take it to the basket. Picks up his dribble underneath the basket. Gets it out to Roberts. Roberts hits the three, and he's fouled. And a little shimmy in front of the small contingent from Northstar that made it out today. And so back-to-back three-pointers from Trey Roberts.
What a start for Roberts.
Biggest lead of the game from Northstar. They're up 8. And Roberts will shoot a free throw to make it 9. Off the front of the rim and over and in. So 9 points on the ball game for Roberts now as Donovan works the other way. Picks up his dribble, skips it to McLeod. McLeod, top of the key, lets a three ball go. Hand, quick to the basket. And if Miles Brown has to be careful with those 3 fouls, I guess Michael will take over and do some driving. Now it's Donovan taking it to the basket. Fakes Medeiros with a fake pass and then finishes with the left hand. Great play by Donovan. His first point since early in the ball game. And on the ground is McLeod, and they tie it up. We got a jump ball. It'll be back to Marcus Whitman. So 35-26, 5:47 to go, third period.
Great. Coach O'Connor's looking for the travel calls over here. I think he's got a point.
Now Donovan finds Pendergrass at the foul line. Gives it to a cutting Benedict. Misses the layup with the left hand, but ripped away by Pendergrass. Misses, gets his own rebound. We have another jump ball. It'll be back to Northstar this time.
I like the way Pendergrass is playing the second half here. Great on defense. He's always looking to tip the ball. He went in there, got the jump ball.
It's the tallest guy on the court right now, along with teammate Ben Stone. Of course, Daniel Pickett bringing a little size. It's 6'1" for Northstar. He's got the basketball driving against Pendergrass and gets the running right-handed layup to go.
Danger time.
And now he has 4. And biggest lead of the ball game for Northstar. They're up 11. Donovan with the ball now. Gets it underneath from McLeod. McLeod up and over Pickett. No good. Rebounded by Northstar. And Michael Brown tries a free throw from the Foul line, no good. Donovan has it coming the other way quickly. Pulls it up. Gets it to Pendergrass. Now Stone in the corner. Back to Donovan. Donovan lets a 3-ball go. High off the back iron, no good. And a foul on Pendergrass on the rebound. Nope, they got.
He's got 21 for a push. Pickett for a push.
Oh, wow, that's on Northstar. 2 fouls on Daniel Pickett.
Yeah, I think the push came prior to the grab up top.
Ball will stay with Whitman. Inbounding underneath the basket in front of their students. And they find McLeod wide open.
What are you doing?
In the paint. He gets it to go. Yeah. So McLeod has 11 now. And it's Miles Brown almost losing his dribble. Picks it up, gets it to Michael. They'll have 21 seconds to shoot here. They lead by 9. 4:25 to go. And Brown, we got a foul before the shot.
20.
And it's the freshman Aiden Royston picking up his 3rd foul. So it will be Medeiros inbounding underneath the basket, up high to Miles Brown, and he's fouled by Donovan, makes the basket, and he's fouled. So that'll be 3 fouls on Donovan. And Miles Brown, with his first bucket of the second half, now has 15. He'll head to the free throw line.
It's just a simple play. We throw a ball up to a better athlete. He goes up and grabs it, and not much Donovan could do there.
So this will give him the biggest lead of the game at 12, and he does. 40-28, 4:20 to go. Whitman needs a basket. Here's Riley McLeod picking up his dribble on the wing extended. Gives it back, gets it back, and misses a layup on the left-hand side. Gets his own rebound. He's on the ground, rolls it out to Donovan, and Donovan resets. Fresh shot clock. Picks up his dribble. Finds Benedict. Benedict lets a little runner go and gets it to roll through the cylinder. First points of the game for Seth Benedict. Lead down to 10. We have a timeout on the court.
Yeah, Greg just called a timeout, Coach O'Connor.
So lead down to 10. 3:55 to go. And you mentioned the beginning and end of quarters. Let's see how Whitman can close out the second half of this quarter. It's been mostly Northstar after that first 3-point play by McLeod.
Yeah, and Roberts comes out, hits a 3, and then a 4-point play right after that. 7 points right there. So I mean, Whitman is doing a good job. They're not blinking. They're not backing down. Just keep plugging away.
So Whitman comes back with the freshman Royston, John Donovan, Seth Benedict, Riley McLeod, and Liam Grass. They trail by 10. Jim Sinicropi, Kevin Sharp here for Finger Lakes 1. Glad you could join us for the first of many postseason basketball games this week, culminating with championship weekend in the Big House and at Rush Henrietta for the girls. And we got a travel or a push. Offensive foul on Miles Brown. That's number 4. He pushed off with his left hand.
Oh, that's huge.
4 fouls on Miles Brown, and boy, this Marcus Whitman crowd is going crazy as Miles Brown heads to the bench. 4th foul with 3:50 to go. The best player for the Knights is going to take a rest. McLeod with the basketball now.
Whitman has to capitalize here.
Here comes Benedict, pulls up from the foul line and hits! 4 straight points from Seth Benedict, lead down to 8. Michael Brown now coming the other way quickly. And it's a pull-up jump shot from Pickett, no good. Rebounded by McLeod, dribbling down the far side of the court in front of the packed bleachers. Now he goes straight to the basket, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
Good call.
Pickett stepped in front of him. That's 3 fouls on McLeod. And, McLeod decided he was going, and I think everybody in the gym knew.
Saw that coming a mile away.
So 8-point ball game, 3:12 to go. McLeod checks out with those 3 fouls coming in for him. Oh, actually, that's 4 fouls on McLeod. I'm sorry. So the 2 best players for each team with 4 fouls. And now Michael Brown tries to drive, and he's fouled before the shot.
It's like Benedict.
If it is, that should be 3 on Benedict. It is. Bounce pass in the corner to Michael Brown on the inbounds. Gets it out top to Roberts. Roberts pulls up with the right hand over the front of the rim and good. So Roberts having the big third quarter for the Knights. He has 11 on the ball game. Benedict drives and throws it away. And the Whitman crowd trying to urge on their Wildcats. Wait a second, these referees are conferring. They're saying that ball might have been tipped. They're giving it to Whitman.
The drum goal has had a tip.
10-point lead for the Knights. 2:49 to go. Benedict way up top to the freshman Harad. And now it's Donovan. Picks up his dribble. Nowhere to go. Up high in a give and go. Nice play. He passed it up high to Liam Pendergrass and then cut and got the bounce pass and finished with a right-handed layup.
Northstar does a terrible job of their Brookside defense.
And now Michael Brown tries to answer. Can't. Rebounded by Benedict. Out to Donovan. Way up ahead to Pendergrass, but knocked away by Medeiros and stolen by Roberts. Coming the other way is Roberts, straight to the basket, and he's fouled by Benedict. That'll be 4 fouls on Seth Benedict. So 8-point lead, a chance for Whitman to get into it. They throw it away, and now it should be free throws from Roberts, who's had the hot hand.
Yeah, that give and go is open all day. Your man passes the ball, the defender turns his head and watches, doesn't see his man, the man goes back door, and it's been there a lot tonight.
So Roberts to the free throw line, shooting 2. Makes the first. 10 points this quarter for Roberts, 12 on the ball game. 43-34. Nobody in the lane for Northstar. All 5 Wildcats. Roberts makes the second. And we also had checking in there for Marcus Whitman for the first time today, Tim Cornish. And we got a timeout on the floor. So 44-34, 2:13 to go. And Whitman hanging in there, but they missed a couple opportunities to get even deeper into that lead.
I think when Miles Brown went out of the game, I think it was a 10-point lead. They really have to be able to cut into that without him on the floor.
So those 7 o'clock games, tipping, Lions and Cuba, Pembroke and Avon, now at 7 o'clock hour. Tomorrow night, the Finger Lakes 1 will be back in this gymnasium, streaming live on Finger Lakes 1 Radio 2 for Clyde Savannah's semifinal matchup. And then a great Finger Lakes West rivalry game between Naples and Honeoye. That'll be Brendan Harrington and Tony Robinson. I'll be over in, I'm confused. Where am I going to be? In Marcus Whitman High School for the Class B doubleheader with Minders taking on Greece Odyssey, followed by Penyan and Livonia. That'll be on Finger Lakes Radio 1. So we got 2 streams going tomorrow night concurrently. As Whitman comes back out of the timeout into the corner, it's Donovan, pump fake, defender goes by him, 3-ball no good, rebounded by Michael Brown. Michael Brown coming quickly the other way, dribbling it right to the basket, kicks it out to Medeiros, down to the corner for the freshman Garwood, who hits the 3-ball.
Wow. Great patience by Medeiros, sir. I thought he was going to shoot it and hit wide open Garwood.
The senior fighting the freshman.
I think he's an 8th grader.
Yeah, you're right, an 8th grader. I keep calling him a freshman. He's in 8th grade. And
door.
Cornish off the back door misses the wide open layup badly. And it's turned over. Donovan steals it, lays it in with the right hand. 11-point lead for the Knights. Michael Brown coming quickly the other way. He's met by Cornish, stops his penetration, leaves it out for Matt Williams. And now back out top to Michael Brown. Looks to drive, pulls up. And we got a foul on the shot.
Yep.
So it'll be 2 free throws for Michael Brown. And they got Liam Pendergrass with his 3rd. So 3 fouls for Pendergrass. 4 for Benedict. 4 for McLeod. 3 for Donovan. First free throw by Michael Brown is good. And 3 for Aiden Royston as well.
starting to rack up here.
48-36 ties the biggest lead of the game for the Northstar Christian Knights. Second free throw is good. That makes it 13. 1:03 to go in the third. Here comes Whitman. The freshman Ryan Harad with the basketball. Leaves it off for Donovan in the corner. What do we got? Referee Harold Drumgoole stopped the clock. I'm not sure what he called. But he's giving the ball to Northstar Christian. That was right in front of us, and we missed it.
I think what he called was the cutter coming around out of bounds.
Out of bounds, yeah, right. Donovan stepped out on the baseline cut. And now Michael Brown the other way, misses, but great work by Williams on the rebound. Gets it out top to Roberts. And Roberts, with 36 seconds left in the half, gives it back to Michael Brown, who looks to drive. Gets it into the corner for Roberts, who drives now, and he's blocked. Gets it back, though, misses a shot. And Grass had a great chance at the rebound. He missed. Now Michael Brown with a rebound. 20 seconds left. They can hold for one. Brown into the corner for Garwood, the 8th grader. And 10 seconds left. Michael Brown with the basketball near midcourt. Working off a pick. Drives to the basket. Lays it off the glass with the right hand. Misses. Stripped away by Pendergrass. 1 second left. Full court shot on the way from Donovan. Heads into the stands. And after 3 periods of play here in Bloomfield, your score, Northstar Christian 49, Marcus Whitman 36. They're hanging in there. 8 more minutes left here in the Class 1 semifinal on FingerLakes1.com. You're going to want to stay with us.
Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? The private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each patient through their orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances in the orthodontic industry, including digital scanning and Invisalign. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com. Bill Cram Chevrolet on Route 5 and 20 between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, where your car buying is fast, fun, and easy. Mention you saw them on FingerLakes1.com and receive a $250 credit to use towards the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Browse their inventory at BillCramChevrolet.com or stop in and see why you'll save plenty on 5 and 20 with Bill Cram Chevrolet.
And the ball inbounded to start the final period of play. It's Northstar up 49-36. As we got a 3-ball on the way from the freshman, but it's rebounded by John Donovan, who puts it back, and good start for Whitman. That lead back down to 11. Miles Brown's on the court right now with those 4 fouls. Riley McLeod remains on the bench for Whitman. And Harold Drumgoole has stopped play.
What did he stop it for?
Not sure why, but starts it back up. Ball inbounded. Miles Brown with it. 7:39 to go. Brown drives to the basket and just skies over everybody and kisses it off the glass. He has 17. And now the freshman, wow. Oh. The freshman Ryan Harad let one go. It went and hit the top of the backboard, almost dropped through. They got the offensive rebound. Now inside, great pass from Donovan to Pendergrass. And Pendergrass finishes for his first points of the game. The lead back to 11. 7 minutes to go. Whitman not giving up. Here comes Miles Brown. Blocked by Donovan. Rebounded by Whitman. Here they come the other way. Donovan with it. Drives through the lane. Lets it go off the glass. Can't get it to go. Pendergrass with a foul. Too hard. Rebounded by Northstar Christian. Into the hands of Miles Brown coming the other way. Driving right side. Pulls up. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Tim Cornish. And now Donovan works it up top with Harad to Cornish. right in front of our broadcast table on the wing in front of his own bench. Leaves it off for Aiden Royston. Now Cornish swings it to the other side. Foul line extended to the other freshman, Harad. Finds Pendergrass for a foul line jumper. No good. Too hard off the back iron. Open shot. Couldn't convert. The lead stays at 11. 6:05 to go in the ball game. Miles Brown taking his time now with that 11-point lead. Guarded man-to-man by Donovan. Bounce pass back door to Williams. Kicks it outside to Medeiros for three, and Medeiros hits the three from the corner. His first points of the second half. The lead now at 14. 54-40. We got a timeout on the floor.
Danger time right now for Whitman. They really have to make a little run, stop them from scoring, make a run at them. But again, I can't say it enough how impressed I am with how Whitman has not backed down.
Yeah.
I mean, overwhelming underdogs coming in, and they've taken everything that Northstar Christian's been able to throw at them. Just not enough.
They missed some opportunities on the offensive end, some open shots that didn't go down. That could have got that lead back into single digits, but you know, if you're Marcus Whitman, I think that's what you do. You say, let's get it under 10 and go from there, okay?
Absolutely.
Let's not try to get all 14 points back. They played great defense and done a great job on the glass.
One possession at a time.
Yep.
Win the possession.
So Riley McLeod's back in the game here. It's going to be Aiden Royston. It's going to be Seth Benedict with 4 fouls, Riley McLeod with 4 fouls, Liam Pendergrass, and John Donovan. Donovan and Pendergrass with 3 fouls each. For the Northstar Christian Knights, it's Michael Brown, Miles Brown with those 4 fouls, Matthew Medeiros, Trey Roberts, and Matt Williams. So Marcus Whitman basketball, a little token pressure. Riley McLeod playing catch with Donovan. Donovan done a great job all night tonight. Benedict with it, tries the elbow jumper, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Miles Brown. And he pushes it way up ahead to Medeiros, who leaves it for Roberts. Roberts drives and loses it out of bounds. It'll be Marcus Whitman basketball.
Last 2 possessions, Whitman's missed 10-foot jump shots, and the lane have been wide open.
Can't believe how open those are from the free throw line.
They're not playing any. They're disinterested in playing defense.
Yeah. So Benedict pushes up the head to McLeod. Back to the top of the key to Donovan. Donovan drives. He's bumped by. Rebound comes out top. Now into the corner. 3 ball from Benedict. No good. And skying for the rebound is Miles Brown. Here comes Miles Brown the other way now. Into the paint. Kicks it out to and out top to Michael Brown, who lackadaisically controls it and is fouled. Let's see who they got.
Donovan.
You think they got Donovan? Yep, they did. That's 4 fouls now on John Donovan. So more free throws coming now. That's the 9th team foul on Whitman. 4:48 to go, 54-40. Michael Brown to the free throw line. He's made his last 3 in a row, make that 4. 8 points on the ball game. Second free throw. Good. 56-40, 16-point lead, biggest of the night. And Whitman really needs a basket here. McLeod with it to the foul line to Pendergrass. He tries that foul line jumper. It's way too hard. And great effort by McLeod to keep it alive, but it's off his foot out of bounds, and it'll go back to Northstar. And you get that feeling that it was fun while it lasted, but this Marcus Whitman Wildcat season could be coming to an end in 4 minutes and 33 seconds. A great 2-year run by this group, starting last year with the Finger Lakes West title and backing it up this year with a second as we got a foul on Marcus Whitman. It'll be Miles Brown heading back to the free throw line, and that foul on Liam Pendergrass, so now he has 4. And 4 Marcus Whitman Wildcats have 4 fouls, and I guess that's the way when you're playing against superior athletes, you're going to pick up fouls.
That's going to happen. I mean, it's just too bad that they're in that kind of situation now, down 17.
So Miles Brown makes the first. Biggest lead of the game now at 17. As Trey Roberts checks out of the ball game and Daniel Pickett checks back in for Northstar. Another free throw on the way. Good. For Miles Brown, who now has 20 points on the game. We got a timeout. Coach Greg O'Connor. It's going to be a full timeout. So 58-40, 4:25 to go in the ball game. And you think we'll see some full court pressure maybe from Whitman?
I think you're going to have to. You have to try to force a little bit. Because what do you have to lose right now? I mean, I think they've got to try to pick up some easy ones. It's got to start defensively. You got to get some stops.
So we do have a great week coming ahead. It's a little daunting, but now that it's actually underway, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Of course, tonight we came here to the Bomber Barn. We thought about maybe going to Lions for that, or to Beth Haverling for that Lions-Cuba game, but, you know, I really felt like we'd be disrespecting Marcus Whitman a little bit. They're the Finger Lakes West champs. Felt like they had a shot against Northstar. So we came here to Bloomfield. Tomorrow night, as I mentioned, on FingerLakes1.com radio, it'll be myself and Matt Verke for the Class B semifinals with Minders versus Greece Odyssey, followed by Penn Yan and Livonia. Concurrently, simulcast, back here in the Bomber Barn, it'll be Brendan Harrington and Tanya Robinson with that Clyde. Who's Clyde playing?
Mount Morris.
Yeah, Clyde Mount Morris, followed by Naples Honeoye. So 4 games tomorrow night for you on FingerLakes1.com. That second doubleheader on FL1 Radio 2. Check for the links to the streams on our homepage. Here comes Whitman with the basketball with 4:16 to go. John Donovan drives with the right hand, throws it away, looking for McLeod. And it's funny, you can see just a smattering of red sweatshirts in the crowd.
Yeah.
This is predominantly that Whitman faithful have really done a great job of turning out for this one.
They certainly have turned out. They've been very loud all night.
And they're still loud. Not giving up, down 18, 4 minutes to go. Michael Brown behind the back, guarded by just a freshman, Aiden Royston. And it looks like they're going to find Michael Brown with 12 to shoot. He drives off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Whitman. McLeod with it. Dribbling across midcourt, and he's fouled by Michael Brown. Just a silly foul at this point, I think. Just the first, though, on Michael Brown. Tried to come up behind McLeod. That's just the 15th foul on Northstar Christian. So they'll be inbounding near half court on the far side. McLeod gets it into Benedict, back to McLeod. McLeod picks up his dribble, bounce pass to Pendergrass at the free throw line. He drives, kicks it. Benedict tries a baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Medeiros. And now into the hands of Miles Brown, way up ahead. Driving layup by Daniel Pickett is good. And it's a 20-point lead for the Northstar Christian Knights.
Just like that. They can turn it on. And
60-40, 3:11 to go in the ball game. McLeod thought about a long three, instead gets it to Benedict. Now Donovan in the corner, one dribble, bounce pass onto the post of Pendergrass. He hits the shot, but we got a foul before the shot on Pickett. That's the third foul on Daniel Pickett. 16 foul. Whitman ball underneath their own basket. Benedict will inbound it. Way out top to the freshman. Oh no, it's Benedict with it actually. Pulls up from the free throw line. High off the backboard. Out to Donovan. Pump fake. Now he lets a 3-ball go. That's no good. Tracked down by Royston. Stolen away though by Michael Brown. Michael Brown up ahead of the pack. And he goes to lay it in, but he's fouled by Donovan. And John Donovan may just have fouled out of the ball game. Let's see who they give it to. Yep. They did. That's a 5th foul on Donovan. Great season for the Whitman point guard. Recognized by the crowd here. Just a junior. He'll be back next year to make another run at that Finger Lakes West title. And maybe next year they this Whitman team won't have to go through Northstar Christian to get to the Blue Cross Arena.
Boy, I hope they get it right this time because there's no reason they should be playing here in the C bracket. I mean, they beat the number 1 seed in A2. Leadership. Beat them by 10.
Yeah, they beat Leadership. Michael Brown with a free throw. They beat everybody, Sharpie, except for Middle Early College. Probably the best team in Section 6.
Yep, they beat everybody.
And it's nothing against these kids that are playing for Northstar. They get placed where they get placed, but the competition committee for Section 5 has really got to recognize that when they make an error like this, that it costs seniors a chance to fulfill their dreams of competing for a sectional title.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not the whole public-private thing. It's gotten out of hand.
Nobody complains. I don't even think Northstar might complain, but if Northstar is an A2 or an A1 school, that's where they belong, in my opinion.
That's right.
So we'll see where they go next year as Seth Benedict heads to the free throw line. Makes the first. Lead back down to 20, 61-41, 2:35 to go. He'll have a second free throw coming up. The thing is, they started out in D1. They won that. Then they go next year to C2. They won that. Mm-hmm. Last year, C1, they beat Gananda. Win. So they're going right now for their 4th straight sectional title in C classes, and in a D classification. Second free throw good by Benedict.
Yeah, it's been a pet peeve of mine for a long time why the privates get to play with the publics. It's such an unfair playing field.
I either have a separate tournament or you push them all up into Class A.
I agree.
So, Benedict fouls Miles Brown from behind, so that will be the 5th foul on Seth Benedict. As he checks out, Benedict just a sophomore. This Mid-Lakes, or Marcus Whitman team, very young.
That's all Benedict is a sophomore?
Yeah.
Wow.
The seniors on this team, Ben Stone playing his last game.
Riley McLeod, right?
Noah Fleeg, Skylar Bredesen, of course, Riley McLeod, Hunter Camiso, Chris McCandon dressed for the game. He's a senior. Peyton Miller also a senior. But Riley McLeod and Ben Stone, the major contributors here as seniors, as Miles Brown misses the first of 2 free throws. 61-42, Northstar leads 2:17 to go. Makes the second, lead back up to 20, 2:17 to go. And Ryan Harrod, the freshman, takes it across midcourt, stolen by Roberts. And stolen back by Cornish. Pendergrass with it now at midcourt. Almost traveled, picked up his dribble. And now Aiden Royston playing catch with Riley McLeod. McLeod lets a deep 3-ball go off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Pendergrass. And he kicks it to the corner to Harrod. And Harrod loses it to Miles Brown. Up ahead of the pack. Lays it over the front of the rim. And Miles Brown, as we got a timeout.
A timeout just for subs, I believe.
Yeah, timeout, Marcus Whitman, wholesale substitutions. And a big round of applause from Marcus Whitman faithful as the starters check out. Now into the game, we've got Jordan Lehue, Hunter Camiso, Peyton Miller, Noah Fleeg, and Tim Cornish. Also some subs for Northstar. Joining the 8th grader Ryan Garwood.
Malik Thomas.
Is Malik Thomas and John Zhang. And a deep 3 there by Jordan Lehue, no good, rebounded. And I'm missing this one player on my roster for Northstar, but 1:13 to go, 64-42. Northstar leads. Malik Thomas drives, lays it up with the right hand. Nice take by the junior. And now we got a timeout for substitutions for Northstar as Trey Roberts checks out. And Tyler Huntington, senior for Northstar, checks in. 1 minute left in the game, 66-42. Jordan Lehue, just a freshman, wearing number 4, leaves it for Cornish. Now Peyton Miller finds Cornish. Cornish dribbles, backdoor cut, missed him, and a turnover as Zhang picks it off with 39 seconds left to go. Zhang bounce pass to Ryan Garwood. Garwood skips it to a 3-ball for Tyler Huntington, no good. Offensive rebound by Northstar, but stripped away by Lehue. 21 seconds. Up ahead to Cornish. Cornish drives, pump fakes, and throws it back court for a turnover. So it'll be Northstar Christian ball with 11.7 seconds. Stay with us for the Dr. Rod Littlejohn Smiles with Styles post-game show. Maybe we can talk a little bit about what might be ahead. Northstar moving on to the Blue Cross Arena, but if Lions wins tonight, they move to the Blue Cross, a potential state playing game maybe with the Lions and the Northstar. Maybe Lions might have a better chance.
Absolutely.
So 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, your final score as the clock expires on the Marcus Whitman season. The Northstar Christian Knights 62, Marcus Whitman 42. Great effort by Marcus Whitman, just not enough as Northstar pulls away in the second half. Stay with us. When we come back, it's the Dr. Rod Littlejohn Smiles with Style postgame. Myself and Kevin Sharp will be back to wrap it all up and talk about the week ahead here with a ton of postseason basketball ahead for you on FingerLakes1.com.
FingerLakes1.com's live coverage of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is brought to you thanks to the support from Finger Lakes Partners. Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community. With offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor, visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Ferrara Lumber has been a fixture in the Seneca Falls area for almost 60 years. Start planning your next home improvement project at ferraralumber.com. Ferrara Lumber, supporting local high school athletes since 1959. Finger Lakes Construction Company is the #1 post-frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal, equestrian, agricultural, dairy facilities, pole barns, and more. Visit them online at fingerlakesconstruction.com. The It's a Wonderful Run 5K Committee. It's a winter run like no other. Check out race videos, sign up for the next race, and learn how to get involved in the most popular holiday run around at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily specials, soup, and the best sandwiches in town. Check out their Facebook page for daily specials and their full menu. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. You'll love relaxing in the modern, renovated theater that has the old-fashioned charm and character of the original house first opened in 1915. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. Fed up with unresponsive web designers and getting nickeled and dimed for every small website update? Call FingerLakes1.com at 315-712-0104 and take control of your web presence. Since 1998, FingerLakes1.com has created and maintained nearly 1,000 websites for local businesses and organizations of all sizes. Aflac. When health changes for you or a loved one, it can change everything. But Aflac can help make sure the life you live is the life you never stop living. Learn more at aflac.com or contact Joe Calarco at 315-253-0495. And by Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, Bill Cram Chevrolet.
And welcome back inside the Bomber Barn in Bloomfield, New York, where your final score tonight, Northstar Christian Knights advance to the Blue Cross Arena for Friday night's Class C1 final, defeating the Marcus Whitman Wildcats 66-42. Northstar improves to 22-1 on the season. Marcus Whitman falls to 17-4. They end their season with a Finger Lakes West Championship. And Jim Sinicropi, Kevin Sharp here for the Dr. Rod Littlejohn Smiles with Style postgame show. And it was a great effort.
It certainly was. They've got nothing to hang their heads about. I really liked how they came out. They played hard. I'm sure Coach O'Connor told them all weekend that they can play with them. And they certainly did for 2.5 quarters anyway. It was anybody's game.
So now the Whitman and Northstar fans are shuffling out as the Perry and CG Finney fans are shuffling in. The winner of Perry and CG Finney will advance to face Northstar in the Blue Cross Arena on Friday night. We'll be there at the Blue Cross Arena bringing you every game involving the Wayne Finger Lakes team. And one team right now that's down in Bath Haverling trying to punch their ticket is the Lions. And after the first quarter of play, they lead Cuba Rushford 21-20 in a high-scoring affair in the Class C2. In the Class C2 semifinal. Now, the winner of C2 will advance to play the winner of C1 in the state playing game, so it could be a potential Lions-Northstar Christian matchup down the road. We got a ways to go.
Right.
Now, if that's the case, do you think this Lions team can match up better with Northstar than maybe Whitman did tonight?
I certainly do. I think that because they're more athletic than Whitman is, they'll be able to keep the guys in front of them a little bit better, I think, and not create so many fouls. The thing that, who's going to play harder than Whitman, though? Whitman came out tonight and played as hard as they possibly could. Another team's going to have to match that. Lions certainly can do that.
Well, run down the scoring for you here. For Northstar Christian, Miles Brown led the way with 23, Trey Roberts with 13, Micah Brown with 10, Matthew Medeiros with 9, Daniel Pickett with 6, Ryan Garwood, the 8th grader, with 3, and Malik Thomas with 2. For Marcus Whitman, Riley McLeod had 11. I have a headset for him. Hey, Coach. We're going to have Coach Greg O'Connor with us. Come around back here. Want to stand up?
Yep.
Yeah, throw that on, Coach. Here you go. Let me get that for you. Okay, so we're joined here by Marcus Whitman coach Greg O'Connor here. Stand up with us, Coach.
All right. Oh.
And first of all, congratulations on a great season. Finger Lakes West champions, 17-4. And also congratulations on just a great effort by your kids. They weren't intimidated.
Nope.
They came out and played hard against a tremendous Northstar Christian team. And they certainly, I'm sure you told them they got nothing to be ashamed of.
Nothing to be ashamed of. I told them to hold their heads high. I thought with a 5-point game at halftime, we definitely did our job. The JJ at the end of the game said that's the best defense anybody's played on him all year. So that's a nice compliment from him. We just couldn't put the ball in the hoop. We had many wide open looks, and we just off night for us all, I think. So unfortunately, we couldn't score with them. Yeah. And then the game was what it was.
Yeah. But I mean, I got to tell you, I was very impressed with how your kids never backed down. You know, it got to be 12. They could have easily turned into 20 really quickly, but they didn't. They weathered the storm. It turned out to be a 20-point game, but the kids, I would be so proud if I'm in your shoes of the effort that they gave.
I absolutely am. I told them all that in the locker room. This is one of the best seasons, one of the best teams that I've been more proud of in my career.
I can certainly see that.
They're a fun group. They enjoy it. They have fun. And they don't back down.
No.
They don't care who they're playing.
Right.
You know, and they're just going to go out and work hard. We'll leave it on the floor.
Well, I learned a long time ago that teams take on the personality of their leader, and I think they did that tonight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, too.
Congratulations on a great program.
It's been fun.
Talk about real quickly about your seniors, Ben Stone and Riley McLeod. Great careers, a couple of Finger Lakes West titles in the last 2 years for them. and really impressive effort all season from.
They're 3-year varsity players, and they've had a league title, at least shared or outright, all 3 years.
Yeah, that's right, 3 years.
Riley was a great player last year with all the personnel around him to create for him. This year he had to create a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you saw he was able to. I mean, the last game we had, and that was the most fun I've seen, the game-winning shot. But, Ben Stone, great worker. He might not put up points, but he does all the other little stuff that we need. Unfortunately, he didn't play a ton tonight. Matchup-wise, it was tougher for him to be out there with Liam, but what he did for us all year was phenomenal.
Now this year ends, so it's time to look ahead already to next year.
Yeah,
and it's looking pretty good for you guys. John Donovan, first of all, great job tonight by John defensively against those great guards for Northstar. But you also featured some freshmen. You got a ton of kids coming back.
Absolutely.
You should be a force to be contended with next year.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, that sophomore freshman group since about 6th or 7th grade, maybe 6th grade, has played up in the Rochester Grab League for travel, and I think that says a lot to what they did out here tonight, where they're not going to back down from anybody. Playing the Irondequoits and Wayne and Victors, So that's helped that group out a lot. They've had a lot of success on JV, and I thought maybe they can bring something here tonight, and they certainly did.
Yeah,
so
very proud.
Well, I echo Sharpie's sentiments. Great season. Congratulations.
Thank
you.
you.
Be proud of your kids. Let them know that we're proud of them here at FingerLakes1.com, and you're probably going to head up to the Blue Cross anyway, right? Watch some basketball?
Yeah, that's what I do. This is the week that I'm everywhere.
Well, yeah, we'll see you up there.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you.
So that was Marcus Whitman, head coach Greg O'Connor, stopping by. And Sharpie, I just want to remind everybody that we'll have the results from all the action tonight on FingerLakes1.com later tonight. We'll restream this game with full video at some point. We got a lot of games coming up, though. Tomorrow night, it's going to be myself and Matt Verkey in Marcus Whitman High School for the Class B semifinals, Minders and Grease Odyssey, followed by Penn Yan and Livonia. Trip to the Big House on the line, and then concurrently simulcast back here in the Bomber Barn will be FL1 Sports' Brendan Harrington and Tanya Robinson, where they will bring you the Class D1 semifinals with Clyde taking on Mount Morris, Clyde Savannah taking on Mount Morris, and that'll be followed by Naples Honeyway, which should be an incredible game. Then Wednesday night, we're going to the girls at Honeyway Falls Lima, where Bloomfield Lady Bombers, led by Braylon Scott, will take on the Red Jacket Indians, and that will be followed by South Seneca against Oakfield, Alabama. And that's a great night of girls basketball. I'm really excited about that. Take the night off Thursday. We'll be in the Blue Cross Arena for the finals on Friday. We'll be back at Rush Henrietta High School Saturday for potentially a triple header of girls' championship games, and we're working on getting a second team in the Blue Cross on Saturday for any teams that should make it from the Wayne Finger Lakes, particularly Clyde Savannah, Naples Honeyoy, and maybe Wayne, the Wayne Eagles. So, Sharpie, thanks for kicking off the postseason.
Oh, it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. And so for my broadcast partner, Kevin Sharp, and for our cameraman tonight, who will be bringing you those images for the video replay, Jeremy Hunt, I'm Jim Sinicropi, and have a great evening, and be sure to stay with us all week as the Section 5 playoffs roll on here on FingerLakes1.com.